Hey friends, it's your old pal Travelin Dug. Join me today at the grave of William Frederick Cody, also known as Buffalo Bill.
Travelin Dug.
Well, if you're ready, let's jump on in the car. We're heading for Golden, Colorado today to see Buffalo Bill's grave. Beautiful this time of year in Colorado. A little fresh sprinkling of snow on the ground to make everything white, and perfectly beautiful for a lovely drive. As we head into Golden, also the home of Coors Brewing. You can stop by there for a lovely factory tour. As we head on into Golden, Colorado, we'll be looking for the road that leads up to Lookout Mountain, where we can find a museum as well as the grave of Buffalo Bill, William Frederick Cody. Come on along. Restrooms are available at the location. Just always remember, please stay off the Buffalo Bill. Well, don't get on him or this buffalo. As we head on up the path here through the lovely frosty morning air and the crisp smell of pine trees in the snow, we'll find the last resting place of the man himself, Buffalo Bill, William Frederick Cody. Born just west of the Mississippi River near LeClaire, Iowa on February 26, 1846, William Frederick Buffalo Bill Cody is as big an icon of the American West as ever there was. His family moved to Missouri when he was 8 and then later to Kansas. At the tender age of 11, he took a job carrying dispatches for the same company that would eventually start the Pony Express, though technically he never rode for the Pony Express proper. He did take many jobs driving horses and wagons to places as far away as Fort Laramie and Denver during the 1850s. After the outbreak of the Civil War in 1861, young Will joined the Kansas Redlegs, an anti-slavery militia. Later in the war, he joined a regular Kansas regiment of the Union Army. And after the war, he worked in western Kansas providing food for crews building the Kansas Pacific Railroad across the state. His job? To kill buffalo, and that's how he became known as Buffalo Bill. It was at this time that he also became friends with James Butler Hickok, later known as Wild Bill. Soon both Bills were the heroes of so-called dime novels. Authors used Hickok and Cody's real names but made up their thrilling adventures. Part of the fun for readers was separating fact from fiction. Cody understood this, and by the early 1870s, Hickok, Cody, and a friend named Texas Jack Amahundro appeared together during the winters in stage plays full of scrapes, escapes, daring rides, fights, rescues, and all sorts of daring do. Soon, the Indian wars on the plains began to escalate, and the Army needed experts to help it find its enemies. Most of this work fell to other friendly Indians or mixed-race men. However, the white officers were never entirely comfortable around them, but they found Cody smart and friendly. The officers enjoyed his company and his tall tales. Cody, unlike the white officers, was quite comfortable around the Indians. These officers praised Cody in their official reports and in their conversations with newspaper reporters, spreading his fame even more widely. Cody's name was known to rich men looking for hunting guides, and when General Sheridan arranged for Grand Duke Alexis, the son of the Tsar of Russia, to come on a buffalo hunt in 1872, Cody was the guide. Also in 1872, Cody was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor for service as a civilian scout to the 3rd Cavalry Regiment for gallantry in action at Loup Fort, Platte River, Nebraska. In 1917, Congress revised the standards for the award, and Cody's medal was among those revoked. However, later, Congress reinstated the medal for Cody and 4 other civilian scouts in 1989. Now, in 1876, a few weeks after Custer's horrible defeat and death on the Little Bighorn, Cody was scouting with the 5th Cavalry in western Nebraska when he encountered a Cheyenne warrior named Yellowhair. A fight ensued, and Cody killed and scalped him on the spot. He sent Yellowhair's scalp, war bonnet, shield, and weapons home to be displayed in a store window. 3 years later, in 1879, at the ripe old age of 33, Cody published his own autobiography. 4 years after that, Buffalo Bill embarked on the endeavor that would fill most of his remaining years and make him a huge international star, Buffalo Bill's Wild West. Part pageant, part circus, part rodeo, part parade, and part huge open-air drama. It was built on the same thrilling dime novel and stage play exploits that Cody was well known for. Buffalo Bill's Wild West show featured mounted Indians attacking stagecoaches or wagon trains or burning settlers' cabins, with the settlers being rescued at the last minute by a band of mounted men led by Buffalo Bill himself. The company included as many as 650 people in the largest years: cowboys, Indians, buffalo soldiers, sharpshooters, trick riders, trick ropers, as well as cooks, wranglers, animal trainers, and all the laborers needed to set up, take down, and move the show. The show even featured a pretend buffalo hunt, as well as Western icons like Pawnee Bill, Annie Oakley, Geronimo, and Sitting Bull. Versions of this show, known as Buffalo Bill's Wild West, ran for more than 30 years, from 1883 to 1916. All over North America and Europe, audiences loved it. Despite his success and fame, in the end, reality caught up with the star of this spectacle. Cody's debts were so large that he lost his show in 1913, although it continued without him, and he continued touring with other shows through 1916. But he died broke at his sister's house in Denver in 1917 at the age of 70. By the turn of the 20th century, William F. Cody was arguably the most famous American in the world. No one symbolizes the American West quite as well as Buffalo Bill. Every American president, from Ulysses S. Grant to Woodrow Wilson, consulted him on matters affecting the American West. He counted among his friends such artists and writers as Frederick Remington and Mark Twain. Cody was America's ideal man, a courtly, chivalrous, self-made fellow who could shoot a gun and charm a crowd, yet, as Annie Oakley put it, he was the simplest of men, as comfortable with cowboys as with kings. And here again we see the last resting place of an American icon, a Western hero to many, Buffalo Bill, William Frederick Cody. Here on a frosty mountaintop in Golden, Colorado, just miles away from his sister's home in Denver, is his last resting place. See, protected by a wealth of wrought iron to keep miscreants and vandals away. A lovely and solemn place to remember a great American icon of Western history. And what a beautiful day, what beautiful scenic landscape we can enjoy as we ascend through pine forest blanketed in an early autumn snowfall. What beauty, what serenity. This has been Travelin Dug. Thanks for coming along with me today. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Adios.